is Anuj Jindal, and today we are going to take some questions on Economic Survey Volume 1 and Volume 2. I'm not only going to discuss the questions, I'm also going to discuss a lot of information behind those questions. So, this is going to be a very, very important lecture for you guys. I'm going to take 5 questions in all in this lecture because every question demands some time, and we are going to discuss the entire survey, take more than 100 questions that can be asked in the examination so that you are very well prepared before you go for the examination. So, let us start. The first question here says, consider the following statements about agriculture in India and answer the correct choices. Kharif food grains production during 17-18 is lower than that in 2016-17. So this is a very important uh, point that we have received here. Either it is right or it is wrong. Kharif production normally does not go down because of an increase in rice production every year, and therefore it's a very unlikely phenomena that is happening if it is right. The second point is there is a structural change in agriculture. The share of livestock in GVA has been rising. So it is talking about livestock. Third point is there is feminization of agriculture sector with increasing number of women in multiple roles as cultivators, entrepreneurs and laborers. More than 50% of agriculture in India is rainfall dependent. This seems to be right. The answer, as expected, is B. All are correct. Now let us go through all the points one by one. The first point is Kharif production 2017-18. The survey says very directly that as per the first advanced estimate, Kharif production is estimated at 1 to 34.7 million tons. So this number is also important from examination point of view. This number can also be asked, which is expected to be 3.9 million tons lower than the previous year's production. So this lower percentage or absolute value is not very important. Current year's production is important. The crop production is also available here. The total crop production is 275.7 million tons. So they can be questioned from here also. This is a record production. India has never ever produced this much amount of grains, which is higher by 10.6 million tons from the previous year's production. The production of rice has also gone up, which is also a new record. So a question can also be framed here as to what is the production of rice. As you can see here, majority of the Rabi crops that we have here have shown a positive growth rate. If you see at the growth rate is positive. Therefore, it's the Kharif and inside Kharif also crops other than rice where the production has gone down. So this is an important takeaway from the economic survey, which normally you tend to ignore. The next is what exactly is happening with respect to farmers. With growing rural to urban migration by men, so this is an important reason. There can be a question where this reason might be given and you might be asked to find out the correct reasons. There is feminization of agriculture sector in rural areas with increasing number of women in multiple roles being found. What are the measures that have been taken to ensure mainstreaming of women in agriculture sector so that they become more organized in their activities? Earmarking at least 30% of budget allocation for women beneficiaries in all ongoing schemes and development activities. Initiating women centric activities to ensure benefits of various. This is very generic, but this first point is important. Focusing on women's self-help groups to connect them to microcredit through capacity building. So the focus on self-help groups is also being highlighted. Recognizing critical role of women and declaring 15th October as Women Farmers Day. So that is going to be the next question. Need of gender specific interventions. This you can go through, not very important from the examination point of view. One important takeaway with respect to irrigation. So when we talk about irrigation and what the economic survey has said, this chart has been created by me, breaking down the informations, the facts that have been provided by the survey. The all India percentage is 34.5%. That is of the total cropped area, only 34.5% is the net irrigated area, which is very less. Only two states, that is Punjab and UP, have more than 50% of net irrigated area of 50% net irrigated area out of total cropped area. And the reasons are, for Punjab it is wheat production which has been highly irrigated, and for UP it is sugarcane production which is water intensive and at the same time highly irrigated in the state. Only other 7 states other than these 2 states have more than 34% irrigation on net irrigated area, which is very very less. Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchay Yojana is the solution that has been provided to this in order to increase the net irrigated area, and this is the expenditure under per drop more crop schemes. So that is all you need to remember. The next question we've already solved. Women Farmers Day is observed every year on. The answer is A, 15th October. Consider the following statements about agriculture and pick out the correct ones. There is an inverse relationship between diversification and variability of output. Now this should be correct because normally diversification, whenever there is diversification, the variability reduces, that is, crop becomes more stable, and therefore this seems like a correct statement even from a layman's point of view. India ranks first in the world with 179.8 million hectares of net cropland area. Is this correct? Let's figure it out. Himachal Pradesh and Jharkhand have shown increasing values in crop diversification. Orissa and Punjab follow monoculture. Punjab certainly follows monoculture. Therefore, this seems like a right answer. Normally, Himachal Pradesh has also been seen to be very high in various indicators of development, and therefore, we feel that there should have been some crop diversification, that is, some good initiatives in agriculture should be taking place in Himachal Pradesh also. So, this also can be taken as a right answer if we don't have a solution. Now, the problem is with the second one, because it is a factual question and at the same time very heavy statement that has been made that India ranks first in world with 179.8 million hectares. The answer is yes, India actually stands first. According to Geological Survey of America, Geological Survey of America says that India has first rank with 179 million hectares of net cropland area. So what this says is that let's say this is the entire world. This is the entire world, and out in this entire world, net cropped area is, let's say, this. So net cropped area is, let's say, this. Okay, we have just accumulated the entire cropped area. So out of this net cropped area of the entire world, India's net cropped area is 9.6% of the total net cropped area. So this is the entire world. This is India's. A part of it, 9.6% of world's net cropland area, 179.8 million hectares. In Indian agriculture, net irrigated area is what percentage of total cropland area? We've solved this question. The answer is A, 34.5%. These kind of questions have normally been asked regularly in RBI specifically, and therefore it becomes important. The answer is mentioned here, 34.5%. Under Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, what is the correct combination? The correct combination is Kharif 2, Rabi 1.5 and Horticulture 5. Now this horticulture also includes commercial crops. That is something that you need to remember. I have also created a question on this. I don't remember whether I have shared it in the video format or not. If I have not, I'll be sharing it very soon. We'll be discussing that also. Horticulture also includes commercial crops. So that is something that you need to remember here. So this was about the current affairs, the economic survey discussion for the volume 1 and volume 2. We will be taking a lot of questions. I have a target of discussing more than 100 questions on the economic survey, and they should be helpful in RBI and also for UPSC aspirants. A lot of these questions are analytical in nature, so they are going to be certainly helpful for UPSC aspirants also. I hope you liked the lecture. If you did, please follow my channel so that I can make more and more such lectures and discuss more and more questions with you guys related to the survey.